Ryan Giles could be in a black and amber shirt before we know it. Well, hello there, and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today we'll be digesting even more detail into the Ryan Giles deal that I was talking about in yesterday's video, and some big news coming out about it, with the main pointer being that he could be signing for Hull City on a loan deal within the next day or two. That's right, within the next day or two, we could see another player announcement being Premier League and Luton fullback Ryan Giles. Fantastic deal that we're going to digest right now. So, reports coming out from international newspaper sources, international sources, everyone's reporting it. Ryan Giles to Hull City, pretty much a done deal for the loan, with an option to buy at the end of the season for in the region of a 4.25 million. Which, if you're thinking, Premier League, Luton, he's done the rounds at Championship clubs as well. A very strong left wing back who has just played he's currently playing in the Premier League with Luton, will come and join us. And if we get up to even if we're not in the Premier League next season, but we're pushing for the title next season in the Championship, we will be looking at a player like this to be leading the line, especially with the fact that we don't have to buy him at the end of the season. It's a brilliant deal. Yet again, I say this about everything that we're getting linked with, every strong little link that Hull City get brought with, and I'm saying it's a brilliant deal. You look at Billy Sharp, brilliant deal. Fabio Carvalho, brilliant deal. Ivor Pando, brilliant deal. And now Ryan Giles, it is a brilliant deal. The pull of Adrian Tan and Liam is incredible. Especially when you're talking about the fact that Ryan Giles had approached Hull City wanting to come and play for the club because he likes the club, he likes the way that it's being run, and he likes the play style that Liam Rosenior is running at the moment. It's a fantastic reason for Hull City to be pushing on. We're picking up players like Carvalho, players that no one thought could ever play for Hull City. but now we're picking up players in a maybe a little bit of a lower rank, but a similar rank, a Premier League player at the moment in Ryan Giles. It's fantastic. So let's fully digest this. 4.25 million at the end of the season. Not too shabby for a left wing back that I think Rosenior has been trying to sort of adapt the play style for. If we look at the Birmingham City FA Cup game, yes, maybe that was due to the fact that it was just trying to shove every sort of like loose end out into the game rather than wasting game time for some of the players that were going to play a key part in the Sunderland win on the following Friday. But he played wing backs, and it seemed to work quite, not in the favour, but it worked in a sort of a different aspect that we haven't seen for Hull City this season, or certainly under Liam Rosenior. And I think that with this, it has that option where he can play left back, but we know with Rosenior's style of play, in possession, we switch to a 3-back with one of the two full-backs pushing up further up the field. And if you're having that option of Louis Coyle, who can push up on the right-hand side, and then a player in the likes of Ryan Giles, who can push up on the left-hand side, it gives you that option. It opens up many more doors during the game for you to attack the opposition in many different aspects. He's a fantastic player to have down that left-hand side, especially for the pure factor that he can put a decent cross in. A player we haven't had since, I'm going to rack my brain back. I mean, Callum Elder could put a decent cross in on his day, but we'll be racking the years back to try and find a player who can put a cross in up to the standards of Ryan Giles that has been proven under many different clubs in the Championship and now in the Premier League with Luton. So it will be a fantastic deal, not only for the club sort of as an external, but within our play style as well under Liam Rosenior. So I don't think I need to express anymore. So the deal will be happening within the next few days, possibly today, possibly tomorrow. We'll wait and see on that front. So make sure you like and subscribe us. I will have you up to date on all of that. We'll crack through a few more little news stories that came out over the past sort of 24 hours since yesterday's news video, and that is Surrey could be back for the Millwall game. Yes. So Ivory Coast failed to beat Equatorial Guinea in their match at AFCON last night in what was named like one of the biggest upsets in AFCON history or something with the way that the group played out or something. I didn't read fully into it, but I just know that Surrey could be on his way home as the team haven't finished in the top 2 of the table in their group. Depends on how the fixtures go for other teams, because they're in that 3rd spot, which is like you can possibly go through depending on results for everyone else. But with only having 1 win, it's highly unlikely. So Surrey could be back after only being on the bench for Ivory Coast. And also Adama Traore could be back as well, depending on how they do. I'm not sure if they play tonight or tomorrow. They'll play at some point, but I presume he'll be on the bench yet again, as it seems to be the case. Our next 4 games, I thought we'd have a little look ahead at this, because I saw someone sort of share things saying, how many points do you think we're going to get out of the next 4 games? I was talking about it in the live stream for the Sunderland watch along, and I think it is a possibility where we could grab 12 points from the next 4 games. Our next 4 games, we've got Millwall, Swansea, Rotherham, and Huddersfield. You're looking at Huddersfield. Okay, yeah. Rotherham. Yeah, okay, yeah. Millwall at the moment, yeah, okay, yeah. Swansea, I could probably see is the only one that could give us a bit of a contention, just for the pure fact that in sort of a recent form, we have been known to sort of lose points to Swansea. But I think it's very, very likely, because Philogene will be back. We've got Carvalho. We could possibly have Surrey back. We're looking at a very, very strong squad heading into these next 4 games against 4 weaker oppositions in the Championship at the moment. So I think it's very highly likely we could pick up a good 12 points out of these, making it 15 from 15 if you include in the Sunderland game. And then we're heading into Southampton, where we possibly will lose points, just for the pure fact that Southampton are on an unbelievable run at the moment. But Hull City seem to be in a positive situation. And whilst we're heading into this Millwall clash, we might as well talk about what Liam Rosini said about heading into this match. And that is that he is heading into this with an attacking mindset and looking to improve a lot of key aspects in our game that we have sort of had a bit of lackluster on in the past few games. So everybody's been saying it's the fine margins that we've been losing on in sort of that December into January run before the Sunderland game. It was the fine margins. We were playing good, but we just didn't have that final thing. We just lost out on something. Maybe it was a defensive mistake. Maybe it was we wasn't getting enough chances into the right areas. Whatever. Rosini said that that's what they're going to be working on. They've got 2 weeks to do so before we play Millwall at home on the 3rd of February. So it's fantastic that. So that's it for the news at the moment on Hull City, but I know everything could change like in a snap of a button. We could be linked for Messi with him coming over on a permanent deal for the 50 grand like Regan Slater. Anything could happen. So make sure that you like and subscribe. Follow me over on Twitter/X to get a live up to date on everything Hull City. And I'll see you in the next video where possibly we'll be announcing the signing of Ryan Giles. Up the Tigers. Go on.